Three, two, one, test. Me.
Samir Arellano.
Hey, Sammy, how's it going? Again.
Hey, what's up, man?
No,
Chilling.
Yep. I'm glad. Did you watch Better Call Saul?
Yeah. What you think about it?
What do you think about it?
So you got to watch it today, right?
Yeah, I watched it today because I had to wait for my roommate because I work a morning shift and he works a night shift, and so like he starts work at 4. I didn't get off till 6 on Tuesday, and same deal for Monday. So I had to watch it.
So you have to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it today. I watched it this morning, and it was an experience.
Nice.
Well, somewhat, because he was like cooking, and my other roommate came in and he was like opening cabinets, and I'm trying to pay attention to these scenes, trying to get into the mind of of these characters. But I digress.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So you watched it. So you watch it live, or what's your situation?
Yeah. So I watched it live. I watched it twice, like right back to back. So, little nitpick. AMC said 9 p.m. Central, so I tuned in 9 p.m. Central, and it started where Kim is volunteering, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I guess this is where it starts. And as the show progressed, it ended rapidly for me, and I was like, I mean, yeah, cool ending, I guess. And I thought that was the start to finish.
Oh my god!
I was like, damn, that was quick. That was quick as hell. And then it restarted, and I saw Saul, Jimmy, or Gene, whichever, trying to escape, and I was like, man, I missed like 40 minutes, I think, of it.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I'm glad I rewatched it because I got to see all of it again, or all of it for the first time, and then the rest that I did watch. But aside the nitpick, top 5 show of all time.
Oh, for sure. It's funny. It's really funny because like I have my favorite, like my personal favorite shows. But if anytime I hear someone say Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul is like the best show of all time, I don't disagree. It's like it's hard. You can't disagree. I think you can't disagree. And anybody who says they do disagree probably just hadn't watched either, I think. But,
well, I guess Breaking Bad, in my opinion, takes a little bit to pick up. But with Better Call Saul from season 1, man, it's guns blazing, in my opinion. I really do think Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, but Breaking Bad sets up everything, for Better Call Saul to have that just it factor, man, and it's a great show.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, for me, when I watched Breaking Bad for the first time, like I watched it on DVD. I didn't even watch it on Netflix or nothing. I bought it on DVD. It was around. I didn't know where the show was. I didn't know whether it was going to end, or it was around like season 4 or 5. No, yeah, I think it was like right after the first half of the 5th season is where the show was, and I had just finished season 4 by that point. I had thought season 4 was the end because it kind of ends very finally with Gus's death and all that. Spoilers for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was the end, and then then I caught on and whatever. But when I started Breaking Bad, I was actually enthralled from the first season just right away because of like, and this is for Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, like they don't skip over any rocks. They really take their time and just, I don't know, it's like scanning the whole thing, like dun, 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 just hitting every single point.
I mean, dude, the characters are fleshed out, man. They, like Nacho's death, spoilers, I guess, but yeah, Nacho's death was, man, that shit was heartbreaking, dude, because you're with him, man, and, man, me as a, you know, my dad plays a big part in my life, seeing how he played out that situation with his dad, and that last call he did, that last call when he was in that, about to call Gus, or Mike, to talk to Gus, dude, that switch from talking to his dad to talking business was, man, great stuff, dude.
For real, like that entire phone call when he's when he's calling his dad for the last time, his dad doesn't know it's the last time, but he knows. The whole call, it's like Nacho's calling him because he's like, I'm probably gonna die, and his dad is just like annoyed, being like, you know what you gotta do, you know, just being like a dad, and just seeing his face, Nacho's face, where he's like, oh, he's just being my dad, and it's they hold on him really long, and it's so just sad. Look at him, he just wants to hear the voice of his father. It's like, oh my god.
And speaking on that, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess chronologically, the last time we presently see Mike in Better Call Saul before the finale is the confrontation or the meeting with his dad, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so good, dude.
And that's the best way to leave it, I think.
They pieced that show perfectly, man. Every little freaking spot was just, I like how they went back and forth and present and just switching oddballs, man. Congrats, man, for real.
For real. It's, that scene, and I was thinking that when coming into the last episode, it's been a while since we've seen Mike last. And then that was probably, I think that was his last scene, was when he has to tell the father about what happened to Nacho. And it's very, just for real, like, because it's a callback to when Mike was talking about how he lost his son, it's just, it's messed up and sad.
And then you get Gus's bar scene with the wine talk. Man, it was like a goodbye, but a presentation to what I guess Breaking Bad is, you know. But it's a goodbye in Better Call Saul. And dude, great stuff. Great stuff.
Good. And yeah, you know, both of those scenes, with Gus's wine scene and with Mike's, you know, talking to Nacho's father, it's almost like the last glimpses of both of their souls. You know, like, same deal with Saul when he is like Super Saul. It's like you get the last glimpses of what they were before they, you know, became what put them on the track to their demise. It's like, oh man.
Man, quick question.
Yes.
Do you think it was a happy ending?
I think so, yes. Well, maybe. See, I think it's yes and no. I think mostly yes. What about you?
I think it's one of those situations where you got to put yourself in it, and you're mad at yourself. You're absolutely ticked off at yourself that you got caught. But deep down, man, you're like, hey, this was the right call. This is what I got to do to fix it. I actually wrote down a couple notes. I was looking on Reddit. So apparently the show started February 8th, 2015. February 8th, 2015, and ended August 15th, 2022.
Whoa.
7.5 years.
Wow. Oh my
God.
God.
Which is the plea deal.
That's funny. I was posting on Facebook just like, oh, I love Better Call Saul, and it's just a picture of Saul, of Jimmy and Kim smoking in the parking garage, and it has the light beaming
Nice.
on them.
Nice.
But it's a reverse shot. It's like the same. It's like the last time they smoke a cigarette, but the light is reversed and there's no bars. And then on this last episode, there were bars, in the, in the light beam. And it was like, oh my god.
That's awesome.
Oh.
The cigarette was also lit. The fire.
Yeah.
That was the only thing in color as well.
I loved it. It's literally like a dying flame. It's the only it's like the last bit of whatever they had is right in the cigarette. What I love about this final episode is like we had theories about how it was going to go down, and yet I still was surprised about how everything went down. Like I thought what Saul has been doing, like how hateful he's been going, like when he called Kim, he was like being a jerk. When he was about to choke out that granny, all that, I was like, man, he might go scorched earth in the bad sense. And I thought he was going to actually get that deal, that 7-year deal. I was like, oh, so he's just going to get out in 7 years and just be back to wherever he's up to. And, what'd you think about Marie being in there this time around?
Man, I was shocked. I was blown away. I didn't think that was nuts.
For real.
When I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, dude!" It felt like a Ben Affleck cameo in like a Kevin Smith movie or something. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
for real. Like you're like, wow, they got that. I got it.
Yeah. Man, great performance. I think, man. I loved how she got to say her end on it. Mm-hmm. I like how she painted a picture of her perspective of Hank.
Mm-hmm. Hank and Gomi?
Even though, yeah, dude, Gomi, man.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd call him Gomi, or I'd hear the word Gomi, but they
just Gomez.
They didn't. But yeah, man, Marie's performance was awesome.
Yeah.
Marie's performance was awesome.
I liked just. I wouldn't like. I thought when she came in, I thought it was just gonna be for that scene, but she's at the trial, which I love. But that did make me think.
Dude, and that lawyer.
Yes, he's
that
never.
Lawyer.
He doesn't stop fidgeting and eating and moving.
Oh no, not Bill. I forgot the other guy's name, but I guess the state.
Yeah, like the DEA lawyer guy or whatever.
Yeah, man. When Marie said, she said, "You better not strike a deal with this guy" or something.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could feel the pain in her voice, but I could also see the 12 Angry Men situation where just one guy or one person just has to say no and then do a mistrial or a whole retrial or whatever it's called. But man,
yeah, you're right. When they're all yelling at each other, like Bill Oakley's trying to stop Saul because he's almost kind of ruining Bill Oakley's career. Well, maybe not.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. That was his last fuck you to Bill.
I think that's
for real. That was his last one.
I don't think Bill was that bad though. He didn't deserve that.
So he laughed. he was laughing at a situation. Bill was when Jimmy got caught doing something or was in a weird situation. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Dang, but yeah, I could tell that was his last F you, man, to Bill.
Yeah. But yeah, like that DEA lawyer guy, he like every time he kept chiming in, he was like, "We really want him to keep talking. Please let him keep talking." He just wanted it. He just wanted all the information and that's why I love so much about this. Like, I love how Saul works down to it from a life sentence and 160 years or whatever it was down, and the deal they offered him was 30 years, and then he worked it down to 7.5 years, and then he just throws it all away. is ridiculous.
Dude, I'm shocked for real. So knowing Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad, but also connecting. I mean, you get to see Jimmy at his lowest point, Jimmy at his highest point. You know, was it a gold toilet that he had?
Yeah, it was a gold toilet.
Yeah, bro. I mean, at the highest peak, you know, we get to see Jimmy on both ends. We get to see Saul and everything.
You get to see
when he breaks down in the jail cell and he sees that sign that says, "My lawyer will ream your ass." He starts, you know, cracking up, dying, laughing.
That shot was pretty. Just looking at him laughing on the ground, it was
So I saw on Reddit, man. I saw a page of the script that Peter Gold I think it was Peter Gold, sent to Vanity Fair or something. I'm about to pull it up right now so I can read it. I think you'll dig it. I'm almost there.
You're good.
All right. Check this out. Now he's here. Now here's his face, and he's different. This guy knows the score. He knows exactly what to do. It's halfway through a Jekyll and Hyde transformation, because the man in this cell isn't just a helpless felon. He's Saul fucking Goodman. Bro, I love that. I love that, man.
For real.
And then he says, "Hey, another phone call. I need another phone call." Oh, dude.
Oh, my God.
No, all fucking Goodman, bro. I wish I could just be in a court trial, man, or anything, just in court hearing him go off and off. And, oh, man.
For real. Like, it really... That's a tragedy of it all. Actually, I do want to talk about...
It's over.
Yeah, it is over. It's all over. But...
Sucks.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though. Like, if Chuck had let him... If he had let him try to be a legitimate lawyer, he would have been a legitimate lawyer. And he probably would have been one of the best legitimate lawyers. If he just had the validation from Chuck. But since he never got that, he's just a monster. Or he turned into a... Well, it's not even like... I mean, he's just good. Like, he could do a lot without having to fudge any numbers or lie that much at all. He just so happens to also do that stuff. And that gets him ahead even further.
I definitely agree with you. I do think that slipping Jimmy was always there, though. No matter if he got the validation, I think, from his brother.
Well, yeah, he was, he stole from his dad in their little mom and pop, whatever, convenience store, whatever they had when they were young. But really, though, I don't know. Because when Chuck always undermined him because he was jealous that Jimmy was just likable. He was always just easily liked despite whatever, mischief he would run. Yeah. But yeah, he would still do it, though. I don't know, though. I don't know. The fact that he did this, it's like he's paying a debt. I guess it's not really the same.
Man, I love the callback. People were saying that was his time machine moment.
Yeah.
He wishes that he would have talked to him a little bit more. Or trying to get him back into
oh my God.
I don't know, the right path, I guess. Talk to his brother a little bit more.
Yes. Oh my God. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I love about each of these flashbacks in the whole episode. Like, and also in the first episode, literally the first episode of this last season, when they're cleaning out his mansion, on one of his counters is the book, The Time Machine. And I was like, oh my God. And that put the episode from it was already at a 10, but it probably was at 11 or 12, because it was like, a literal bookend. Just wow. But I just love this concept. Each time Saul is asking Mike and Walt about the time machine thing, and both their answers are different, but when they both hear his answer, they're just underwhelmed and just is there really nothing more to you? Basically, is what they're saying to him. It's oh. Walt was
freaking Walt.
And you know what? That watching that scene just changes my whole perspective of Breaking Bad. Like, Walt really is just this guy running around with this just obsession in his head, just doing his own thing all the time. And just watching Saul just watch him scurry around the room, just obsessing over every little thing. It's like just cool to see two different headspaces in the same situation.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about this while I was watching it. I despise Heisenberg, man.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Heisenberg was Tony Montana cool when I was younger.
Oh, really?
But no, man, not at all. I was thinking, man, Bryan Cranston did an amazing job in that scene to get me to hate him even more. And I was like, wow, man, great acting.
Yes.
Is there really nothing else to you or whatever he says to him, man? Like, oh.
He's
man.
like, oh, so you've always been like this. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bro, you could see Jimmy's face just like, oh, shit.
And he's really just trying to make conversation. It really is just, maybe he's just trying to get Walt to just stop and reflect for a second because he's so just, fixated. Because in that point in time in Breaking Bad, he's just fixated on still trying to get revenge on Jack and, all those Nazis and stuff. So,
yeah.
It's just so good. Oh my God. I wish there was more. But they've used Better Call Saul, and especially this last season, to really just cement in all those little cracks in Breaking Bad. And El Camino also did the same thing with the rest of the little threads that weren't in this show. So I don't know what they could even do.
I'm upset that it's over, but I'm happy, man. I'm happy that we got to experience. Like, I'm glad we're alive in this specific time to be able to watch Better Call Saul.
Yes.
That was a beautiful experience, man.
Yes,
that's my Sopranos, man. That's my Sopranos for sure.
Yes, my Sopranos, my Wire. Everybody's like, "Ooh, The Wire," which I still haven't seen The Wire.
Oh, yeah.
But
the West Wing and all that.
Yeah, West Wing. Like, and that's what rarely. I would almost want to say never, but I'll say rarely. Rarely do you have a prequel show. Never mind even be on the same level. But yeah, I agree. Also, it is better than Breaking Bad, just from top to bottom. Yep. And it just makes sense. They've been working on it all this time. Breaking Bad, it really found its footing around season 3, and then it escalated better from there. Seasons 1 and 2 were a little slower. But yeah, you're right. Better Call Saul, it already knows what it's doing from the first minute, and it's just amazing.
Did you see Cinnabon tweet?
No, I didn't. What did they say?
They said hiring general manager Omaha, Nebraska, Cinnabon on Twitter as it ended.
Oh wow, that's funny.
Oh, it was so good.
I want to talk about Kim, but much like Jesse in the final episode of Breaking Bad, Kim doesn't have that many. She has one dialogue scene, I think, in this, or 1.5 in this last episode. She's mostly just watching Jimmy, which is still great. She's watching him come clean and all that. And I love how he basically got her there legally just to say, oh, I didn't really need her here. I just wanted her to see this. That's so good. Yeah. I just love this show. I'm pretty much what I'm thinking of doing maybe in like a month or two, is just starting from Better Call Saul and just run through the whole universe. Just break, and I'm trying to do it in order. like I watched the last episodes of Better Call Saul like last probably or whatever. But yeah.
That sounds like a beautiful experience.
For real.
Let me know how it goes.
Yes, like
I will say this, man.
Mm.
Favorite episode, at least this season, if not probably all of the show, is I'm dang, dude. I wish I remember the title of it, but the one where he is helping plan out the mall heist.
Really, that's your favorite episode? I liked it.
I think so, man. Here's why. Why. I know there are. I know there's some Marvel fanatics in this phone call.
Hey, now.
So, let me say this very diplomatically. I love old school. I love old school techniques in storytelling, and when I mean old school, I also mean film, like no crazy edits, no crazy CGI, just straight up storytelling, pacing, moving the story. We got to see Gene use his Saul Goodman tactics when we haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, we feel like we've been Gene the whole show, and we're just watching something play over with like the Jimmy McGill situation. Then you get to finally see Saul Goodman come back from Breaking Bad and get to just, man, he gets to use his wits, his savviness or whatever. Like, dude, the little him clocking each second how long it takes for him to eat
a stupid Cinnabon, which is ridiculously long. He savored each one. Like when he got yeah.
And then he slips. The dude slips and he starts, rambling about, how he's not feeling worthy. He starts crying, and I'm like, bro, this is simple filmmaking, but you're sweating as a viewer. You're sweating. You're like, dude, he's gonna get caught. It's game over. Is this where he gets got? And then no, man, it just plays out right. And I love that episode, man. I got to watch it with my dad too, so that was a beautiful experience, man.
Oh,
I love that episode for sure.
I like that episode a lot. I do like that. Like I say, I like it, but I love it. I love every episode. But I actually, in this season though, there's just a lot of great episodes in this season alone. Also, is the thing. But I actually like there's two that I want to mention. One of them is a Nacho one. Like when he finds out there's that guy watching him from like across the street or whatever, and that just that whole thing and how he was figuring it out. I just loved watching that. I loved watching all the scenes where you're basically figuring out what the character is thinking. Like anytime Mike, like when Mike was first found that tracker in the car, and you just seeing him take apart the car inch by inch, and it's like, oh my god, I like that stuff. But also, what I liked most of these Gene episodes, these last couple episodes, was the second to last episode, because that was like an old school horror movie. Like it kept doing like these. Oh my god, yeah! It was like these slow crossfades, and like he's creeping over the and it's in black and white and stuff, and it's like creeping over his shoulder, and it's dark, and even when he's about to like strangle this old lady, maybe you're like, oh my god, it's like literally a monster, and it's like, oh. So when you're talking about like
he was about to hit that guy with the ashes of his dog, I think the cat, was it?
Yeah,
yeah, he was about to hit him. That whole thing, I was like, dude, is he really about to kill this guy? Oh man,
I really like. We get to see with. Have you seen El Camino with Jesse?
Yeah. Yep.
I like how we get to see like Saul, Walt, and Jesse. They're like the main three, basically. Saul, I mean, it like in this episode he talks about how he kind of helped make this empire a thing, and he really did. But you almost forget that because of the Breaking Bad's all through Walt's perspective, and it's mostly what he's worried about. But you get to see how each of these people decide to move on. Jesse is the only one that gets away, which deservedly so. Walt dies, but on his terms. And Saul kind of dies in an essence. Well, not really, though. So when you asked me if this was a good or bad ending, like the good part of the ending for me is the fact that he did come clean. He is going to face these 86 years, which I don't think he's actually going to serve. I don't think they'll do that to him. I think he'll get something less, but it's still probably going to be... He'll probably be an old man or die in prison. But
yeah,
the thing is, he's in prison now, and all these people that he presumably helped throughout his career are always like, "Thanks, Saul." And he tried to shake the name, tried to be like, "No, I'm McGill." But no, they still call him Saul. And do you think he likes that or doesn't like that?
Ooh, okay. So I think yes, I think he does like it. I think ultimately that's clout. That's his clout. That's what he worked up to, was trying to help people that never had a shot to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And he was that 1% that could help,
You're right.
So I do think getting to be like respected, almost like that whole, "Hey, I got you," when when Kim pops up, that other guy that's like, "Oh, I got you," when he's helping him cook or whatever.
Yeah.
You could tell that guy was like honored. He was honored
Yeah.
to help him, man. So I do think it's a happy ending for him, and I do think he likes that other people know that he can help them,
Mm-hmm.
and that he either has helped them or someone that they know, or is in a position to help them in the near future. So I do think he loves what he built for himself. I do think Saul Goodman will forever be his trophy, his halo around his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a happy ending for him, and I do think he likes the name.
I like what you said about, he did help a lot of lawyers would not want to touch all the clients that he had because of whatever various crimes they've done. And then you look at what Kim does, she could be doing bigger stuff, but when she was doing her best work, in her opinion, she was doing small, little, I don't know, public defender-y type gigs and just helping the little guys.
Don't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this earlier. I don't know what the context for me to think on it was. I guess it's because I was just thinking of Kim being such a badass. But when she was being recruited by that other firm that she ends up working with, that guy asks her, "How long did it take for you to, see how many things were hanging on their front view mirror, in their cars in the parking lot?"
Mm.
I don't know if you remember that. And then she was like, "Oh, it took 16 hours or something." Oh man, I can't even remember. But I was like, the fact that she went that deep to help out this person,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, beautiful, beautiful stuff.
But it's almost to her detriment, though. Well, back when she was working for the firms, when she was just working, stressed out, and then she got in a car crash and broke her arm or whatever.
Oh yeah.
She works herself to death so much, and just, I just love so much the Jimmy and Kim just relationship as a whole. Just to witness it was just great and sad. But you just get to see, I don't think I've seen a relationship on TV that seems so natural and real and just, I don't know. It didn't look like you were watching a TV couple.
No, for sure. It'd be a robbery if Ray Seahorn doesn't win.
Oh, she's definitely going to win.
It has to.
I hope so, anyway. I don't know what else was nominated, But why I hate is like not a lot of people watched, or not a lot of people. Well, yeah, not a lot of people, not as many people who watch Breaking Bad have watched Better Call Saul, and
I agree. Sadly,
that's a shame.
I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Well, I think it's
it might be because of cable. You know, a lot of cable cutting.
Yeah.
AMC also taking off their episodes like a week or two after or something.
Yeah. Also, well, it's funny because like Breaking Bad sort of helped kickstart the real streaming boom in Netflix. Like that's how Breaking Bad got big, was off Netflix, not really so much off of AMC. I mean, it was big enough to stay on the air on AMC, but Netflix is when it got like record numbers just even on the channel, except for Walking Dead or whatever.
It came out 2008, right?
Yeah, I think the first season came out in 2007, and then the writer's strike happened, and I think the second season came out like early 2009. So, like 2000, yeah.
Okay. So, and Walking Dead, was that 2011?
Yeah, I think it was a couple years later. It wasn't much later though. Yeah, like 2010, 2011.
2011. So, in my opinion, I remember Netflix being huge with season 1 of Walking Dead on there. And I do remember AMC having that, holy shit, we got Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, in our weekly schedule. At one point, AMC was the powerhouse.
Yeah, because they had Mad Men also.
Mad Men, yeah, Mad Men. They had a short stint with Preacher.
See, the first episode of Preacher is amazing. It really fell off for me, like, after that.
Yeah, AMC was dope, man. AMC was dope, and I mean...
They had Into the Badlands.
They still are. Yeah. To me, they still are because of Better Call Saul.
AMC, actually, Better Call Saul, I think it might be the only good show on AMC right now. Now they're just doing, it's like Walking Dead, the network.
Dude, that's another topic on its own, man. How many commercials they squeezed into the commercial breaks, man. Well, they were juicing them, bro.
Were they?
They were juicing them like crazy.
I didn't have commercials when I watched.
Nice.
Yeah. I won't say how.
Well, all of most of the commercials, if they weren't ads for food or travel stuff or whatever, most of them were AMC's own.
That's funny.
They were like new Bob Odenkirk series, new Giancarlo Esposito series. Yeah, so the Bob Odenkirk series is called Straight Man, I want to say. I think it is Straight Man, and then Giancarlo Esposito, I think it's a one-word title. It's not hitting me right now, but they have that, and then they have Terry Crews and Jillian from Workaholics in a Walking Dead spin-off. It's called Tales of the Walking Dead or something.
What the? Wow.
Something like that, bro. But yeah, it was basically AMC saying, please don't cancel your subscription.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, because, like, honestly, like, people who are Walking Dead fans, they've been falling off for years, but still, they keep a strong core, I guess. And Better Call Saul, that, the quality of Better Call Saul kept whoever was watching it just coming back every year. So if they stopped watching when it was Walking Dead season, they'll come back for Better Call Saul season. What's
awesome to me too is that people that have never seen Breaking Bad are in love with Better Call Saul.
I know.
That's really cool to hear.
I know. I've heard a lot. I've heard more and more of that these last few years, and that's insane to me. I can see how it can work, but I wonder how that works for those people these last 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are they like, I don't understand any of this. I have to watch 5 seasons? They have to watch 5 whole seasons and a movie, maybe.
I've never thought of that. That's funny. Yeah. just Walt barging in there and Jesse. You're like, all right, what?
And then, so I guess there's this bald guy that we gotta worry about. Why did you yell at Saul? Who's this guy? That's the one. That's the one flashback also in the final episode. That like, if you never saw Breaking Bad, you're just like, what is the deal with this guy?
Yeah.
But they probably surely if they watched around season 1 or 2, somewhere in between seasons, they probably caught up on Breaking Bad. Probably. I hope so.
Dude, back to El Camino. Do you remember? Do you remember that? I think they were eating breakfast at
Denny's.
the diner.
Yeah.
Denny's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember having a soft spot for Walter, man. Because for a second, you could see him really caring about Jesse.
Oh my God! Well, that's the thing.
And shooting back to this episode, this final episode, he asked him. Jimmy asked him what's his regret, his time machine or whatever. And Walt takes a look at the watch that Jesse gifted him.
Oh
and
my!
You can see the little look. So that was cool to see too, man.
Oh my God! And that well, that's the thing. Like the only redeemable thing about Walt, even though I feel it feels gross to even say that, because he screwed over Jesse first before, that's why he regrets it. But he screwed him over a couple times when he didn't kill Jane, but he didn't save Jane, and that led to thousands of deaths or whatever from that plane crash. But but he does, at least most of the time, except for the final season, he has Jesse's best interest at heart, except for the fact that he wants this sober guy to make meth with him, I guess. He does try to get Jesse to see or think more of himself, which is nice.
Okay, yeah. I definitely agree with that. It's like, bro, that's the definition of tough love if I've ever heard of it, man. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's super tough love, man.
Yeah.
At least Walt in the end got to save Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
But man, would you rather have seen Jesse shoot Walt?
Okay, so.
Or did you like the way the whole thing played out?
I liked how it played out because Walt, he basically tries to. First of all, Walt's already dying double over. He accidentally shot himself with that super machine gun, and he has cancer, and the cops are probably on the way. So no matter what, he's not gonna live. And he tosses a gun to Jesse, and he's telling Jesse, "You want this." And this whole last season, he's manipulating Jesse the whole time. And then Jesse tosses. And I've seen this episode 1,000 times. Jesse says, "Say the words. Say you want this." And he says, "I want this." And he says, "So do it yourself." That's literally all Jesse's lines that entire episode. And he tosses. So Jesse is like, "I'm not going to sink and do your dirty work for you anymore. If you want to die, you can die yourself." Essentially. So I like how that played out. And it also kept Jesse's body count low. He only killed 2 people. One he regrets and the other one he does not. So yeah. He gets to go on clean for the rest of his life. Well, he's dirty, but he'll find better days. I like how that ended.
So he kills Todd. Who's the other person?
Gale. That one scientist guy.
Oh my God! Yes, bro,
yeah.
Gale. Bro, I wish I could try his coffee.
For real. For real.
I wish I could try that coffee.
That machine. Oh, and just the way it came out at the end was just like, oh wow! It was like a distiller thing or whatever. The purest coffee. Like they made the purest meth and the purest coffee.
Yeah, man. I don't know where to. If I could switch anything about the whole universe of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, El Camino, I don't think I would, man. I think it's a really perfect.
It really is.
I think it played out perfectly, man. I think the writers just went crazy with it, bro. I think they had fun. I don't know where I change.
I would change one thing. I wish, and it's not because I think it's the best. It's just I think it would have played better if El Camino came out last. That's the only thing I would change. Like Better Call Saul, these last couple episodes, and El Camino, they're taking all these little loose hairs. Like El Camino has Badger and Skinny Pete, that sinking junkyard guy, all the vacuum cleaner guy, which Robert Forster's last movie I think is El Camino, and he's good in that also, and that movie's pretty also. I just wish it came out last, just because I think it would have been nice to be like. Because, you get to see Saul go to jail, Walt die, Jesse run free. Just nice to, end on a free note. But chronologically, it is last, so whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, really, Better Call Saul is last, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. I think I kind of agree. The only reason I would disagree is, a lot of the actors would look differently, and also probably no Robert Forster scene.
Yeah, well, maybe they could have still made it when they made it, just didn't they put it out this year or next year or something. But
the reason I would agree is honestly with the attention that Better Call Saul got, the hype train of Breaking Bad, this would easily make millions. Mm-hmm. At the box office, El Camino,
in theaters?
I think that'd be oh yeah. I don't think it'd make 50, right? 25. I think 25 would be a nice number.
Maybe if it was one of those 50. Limited, really like a 2-week release.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I agree with if it came out literally Better Call Saul ended yesterday or whatever, and then it came out next year, and they said next year. El Camino or whatever. Or, how they would do it. Yeah, it probably would have made a decent chunk of change, especially since, Better Call Saul literally is, the end. There's no... I still don't even get that... I can't even get that out of my mind. The fact that, after Breaking Bad ended, it was a short period before he got Better Call Saul, and then you've just been consistently getting something for another 10 years. And now it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You got anything else you want to say?
Ben Gilligan did say never.
Yeah, but what could they do? I mean, it couldn't be I'm not saying it can't be an interesting episode, but I don't know if I want it. If you're looking in on old characters, if we're catching up with Jesse in Alaska, it's well, do I want to see that? Because if you see that, that means something bad is going to happen to Jesse in Alaska. You know what I mean? Or what?
Yeah, bro, you can't touch that. I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah. It's what more can you do to anybody? You don't want to get Saul out of prison. Oh, well, just kidding. I would see a Kim show, but actually, yeah, I would still. Yeah, you know what? I'll say that. I would love to see a Kim show or a movie. I don't know about what. Maybe she's getting back to being a lawyer somewhere else. I don't know. In Florida?
I could, yeah.
I don't know.
I was thinking, maybe not focusing in. Dang, this is just coming to me out of nowhere. Each episode, let's make it a show. Each episode, you focus in on a different character each time.
Mm-hmm.
So, the first episode could be the front desk worker for Jimmy. See what he's up to. Second one is Huel.
Yes.
Third one is,
that's my one pick. We don't get Bill Burr is not in a single episode of Better Call Saul.
Oh, dude, I wish he was in it. Bro, I love Bill Burr. I wish he was in it.
That's the one. You know what? I changed my mind. That's one complaint. That they could, yeah, but I do like your idea. We could actually finally get to see what QB was up to, during all of this.
Yeah, QB.
Yeah. Or we can watch episode.
You get to see what's his name? Jeff, the guy that got arrested.
Jeff. Oh, the guy that always got arrested, Jimmy In and Out.
No. Well, that guy would be good to watch, but the guy that got caught crashing into that car.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can see what he was doing in Albuquerque before.
Yeah, you could do that.
We can see what Badger and Skinny P are up to also back again.
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, dude, they were balling. They were balling in El Camino. They were like,
for real. They were living their best life. Thinking, yeah, they got all the good games and stuff, and thinking Skinny P actually was looking more healthy because I think they're both sober now too. So I'd love to see that. Wendy the prostitute, see what she's doing.
Oh wow, that's a dude. Nice callback.
Yeah. There's lots of great side characters they could use. Crazy 8 and what's his face? His friend, dang it, Crazy 8 and Emilio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I love how we get to see them. They're literally going into Emilio and Jesse. They're going into Saul's office to get Crazy 8 out of prison. And he's going to be out of prison for, like, literally a week and a half and then die.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh my god. What else is there? I'd like to see... I wish we could get, like, an early episode. Maybe they could do this if it was, like, an anthology. Like a Hank and Gomi episode to see them out on patrol or whatever.
Oh, wow.
That'd be epic.
The whole Shane and Rick first episode situation when they're just chilling in the car.
I've never...
get into that shootout.
I've never seen Walking Dead.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, see, there was, like, during the first 6 seasons, I never watched it. Well, I tried watching it a couple times, but I just kept up with the storylines. And then, like many others, when Glenn died, I didn't care anymore. So I just stopped reading up on it.
Man, I hate that Glenn's death overshadows Abraham's death, man. Abraham was... man, that Abraham's awesome, man. But yeah, it sucks. But yeah. Dang, dude, pitch this to AMC, man. You'll get royalty rights. Yeah,
I know. I should. We should. Thinking, I don't know how you get a hold of those people, but they need help. They need some ideas. Clearly,
we might need a good lawyer.
Yeah.
Might need a good lawyer.
Trademark everything we said. If you use any of those ideas, you have to hire one of us and pay royalties. You gotta say that now, so they can't guess.
Yeah, you're right.
Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. I think it was. I don't know what I'm gonna do on my Mondays now.
Are you watching Atlanta?
Oh my gosh, dude! When's it start?
Final season is in September.
Okay.
Oh, but hey, honestly, dude, my favorite episode. We should talk Atlanta sometime. Maybe we should talk about it for this final. It's another final season.
Oh yeah, we should definitely do it, man. We can do like weekly episodes or something.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'd be down if you're down.
I'm game, man. I'm game.
My favorite episode, just really quick, of Atlanta ever, and it was this last season, was the black and white mixed episode. That was my favorite.
So I'm on. Dude.
Oh, no spoilers! I didn't spoil it. No spoilers.
No, you didn't spoil it. I'm glad you brought it up because it's crazy. I started season 3 today.
Oh, you just started it today?
Yeah. I guess I got caught way behind with catching up on Better Call Saul, and like just other things. But I watched 3 episodes of Atlanta today.
Oh my
season
god!
3.
Oh,
and yeah. How many episodes are there in this season?
I think it's 10 this season. They're weird with their episodes because last season it was like 12, and the first season was like 11. So I don't know what that's all about.
But yeah, I should be caught up pretty soon before it starts.
Season 3 is probably my favorite season. Like, I have specific episodes in the other 2 seasons that are my favorite of the series also, but season 3 as a season is my favorite, personally.
What do you know? What number episode
The one I'm talking about?
The one you were talking about? Yeah.
That is the second to last episode.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
It was my favorite, and it just it's, you know how it is. Like, Atlanta it's biting with its commentary, and it's just goofy also, and I just love it.
Yeah. Dude, I know we're getting into Atlanta talk, but real quick, that first episode, man, of season 3, I had my mouth open for like half of the whole time. Like I was like uncomfortable, man. It was unsettling. I was shocked. That
episode
was a wild ass episode, man. It was a wild introduction back into Atlanta.
For real.
I loved it. Loved it.
For real. It's like it's pushing you into the deep end of just
yeah.
Because it's none of the characters that you've been following for 2 whole seasons, and just what goes on is just insane. It's baffling, and just bonkers.
Dang, yeah.
And that was a true story too.
Really.
Yes, it was apparently like I was telling my brother about it, and he heard it on the news. I didn't hear it on the news, but it was like, yeah, these 2 lesbian mothers had like 3 or 4 adopted black children, and they committed suicide and killed all the children.
Oh fuck!
For people who don't watch Atlanta and came to and they're gonna be like, "Dang, what are you talking about?" Jeez. But yeah, and that's the thing about that episode. It's almost like a wish fulfillment episode. Like, what if they got away? And that's just another layer to it. But that episode is amazing. I love like when they're microwaving the chicken. It's gross.
Bro, the no dialogue subtitles.
Yes, that was awesome. Also. Oh, seriously, honestly, season 3 is the best. The anthology episodes are also probably just the best. Like, the episodes with the main cast, they're obviously great, and they have great twists and turns. But these anthology episodes, that's where the real gold is. I'm not even gonna say any more about
that FUBU one. Yeah, but that FUBU one comes into mind, man. If you remember that one. Yeah, but for sure, man. Let's talk about Atlanta sometime.
Yes, yes, most definitely. Do you want to plug anything like Twitter or whatever? I don't do a lot. I don't know, but you can say whatever you want.
Nah, man. Just you can put my Instagram and my name, and that's really it, man. I just wanted to talk about Better Call Saul and show some love to it and catch up with you. It's been a while, but. Yeah, I loved Better Call Saul, man. It was definitely an escape from real worlds, and
for real, the world is on fire.
People... Oh man, yeah. But dude, Better Call Saul was dope, man. Great fucking job. I loved it. Good stuff, dude.
Yes, I agree. It's one of the best shows ever, and I think it's only going to get that praise more and more over time. So.
For sure, especially if it's on Netflix or any streaming service.
Yeah. My cousin just started Better Call Saul like a few months ago, and he's loving it too. And he's not even like into TV and all that stuff that much.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, all right. Thanks for coming on, and we'll definitely talk again for Atlanta for sure.
Heck yeah, man! Thanks for having me, man.
All right. See you later.
Later, bro.
The end.